What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm the Book Geek, and today, I know this is very late, but today I'm going to tell you guys my most anticipated movies of the 2019 year. Here it is. We're halfway through the year already, and I'm just now getting this video out to you guys. Some of these, I think at least one of these on this list I've seen already, but these are the movies that I'm most excited for to see for the 2019 year. So, the first movie on my list, and this is in no particular order, but the first movie I have listed here as one of my most anticipated movies to see this year is the movie Us. Now, this is a movie that I've actually seen already. I saw this shortly after it came out in theaters, and I gave it 4 stars. So, director Jordan Peele brings us another twisty, crazy film with this one. What this movie is about is we have this family of 4 who goes away on vacation, and they end up on this beach that the mother, Adelaide, has a connection with from her past. And during the entire time before all the excitement happens, the mother was very worried about going to the beach. She was just acting weird. We learn later on why she didn't really want to go to this beach, and what her whole issue was. She keeps thinking that something bad is going to happen, basically. She was very anxious the entire time. And then something bad does end up happening. And this other family of 4 comes into their home, and they look exactly like her family. And so this movie is basically like their fight for survival and the truth as to what's going on. And then at the end, there's a really huge plot twist. I was really excited to see this one. I had a little bit more expectations than what the movie gave me, but overall I thought it was a great film. Of course, I love how Jordan Peele brings us such original storytelling, things that we don't really see. And I love how he's not afraid to tackle certain issues that we deal with out in society and in the real world and in the black community, and put it into his horror films. It really made us think. This movie has so many messages, hidden messages, and symbolism, and just, I thought it was really great. I thought there was so much there below the surface level, and not just what was happening on screen, but some things that were below the surface level that really makes you think about some things that happen around you. Later on in my movie and TV wrap-up, I'm going to go more in depth into my thoughts about this film, but this is one of the ones that I was really excited to see. Not to mention that trailer for the movie was freaking fantastic. The song that they used in the trailer, I got 5 on it, and the way they mixed the beat up, it actually came on the radio the other day, and I was thinking to myself, I cannot listen to this song the same anymore, because now every time I hear that song, I hear the way Jordan Peele and his whole music team or whatever, who was responsible for remixing the song to sound creepy, I hear it that way now when I think about this movie every time I hear the song now. So, you know, it was crazy. It came on the radio, and I immediately thought of the movie Us. Also on my list as anticipated movies to see is 5 Feet Apart. Now, this one came out to theaters already. I don't think it's playing anymore. I actually missed this one. But it's based off of a book, and it's a book that I haven't read yet, but one that I am excited and anxious to read. So this is one that I'll just have to wait until it comes out to watch, or rent it, whatever. But in this movie, so in the movie 5 Feet Apart, from what I know about it, there's a young girl who is sickly. She spends most of her time in the hospital. I think she has cystic fibrosis. I think she's a cystic fibrosis patient. And she meets a boy, and he has the same illness as her. But I think because they're so sickly, they have to maintain a certain distance from one another. And so basically it's like a movie about two people trying to beat the odds and possibly throwing the rules out the window and finding love, and it's like a romance type of story. And it seems very inspiring, and I've heard nothing but great things about the book, and so I'm very excited to see the movie. This one came out March 15th. Also on the list is The Lion King. I mean, everybody knows what The Lion King is about. This time it will be the live action version of the animated movie by Disney. The CGI, the effects look incredible. The trailer looks so magnificent. It mimics the original movie so much, and we have some incredible voice actors on this in this movie. It's gonna be incredible. It's gonna be freaking incredible. Now I have to sit there and watch little live action Simba nudge his father awake after the stampede. I'm not ready for that. I'm gonna cry so many tears. I'm not ready to watch that scene again in live action. That's gonna be even worse than the animated version. But I think they're gonna do a spectacular job with this one. This one comes out July 19th. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see. This is for people from my generation, okay? I might have to leave the kids at home, because back up, kids, because all these Disney live action movies, these old Disney live action movies from back in the day that I watched when I was a child, they don't even make cartoons like that anymore. This is for us. This is for the grown-ups. Get back, children. This is for us, okay? Dumbo, The Lion King, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast is our time. These are our movies. They don't even know nothing about those movies. I mean, my kids do, because I still have a VCR and VHS tapes, and some of those movies are probably worth money now. I still have The Lion King on VHS tape. I have 3 big boxes in the closet full of VHS tapes, and we still watch them. I wanted my kids to grow up watching things that I watched when I was young, and it's so nostalgic. I can't wait to see it. I'm gonna be so much more excited than the kids, I think. Although I did have them watch these things when, they're still little, but although I did still have them watch these things, it's still going to be more nostalgic for me than it is for them. But yeah, can't wait to see this one. Definitely going to the theaters to see this one. So in case you live under a rock and you don't know what The Lion King is about, The Lion King is about King Mufasa. He is like the king of the Pride Lands, and he has a young son named Simba, who idolizes him, looks up to his father so much. His father is very honorable. Just everybody loves Mufasa. And Mufasa has a brother who despises him, is very jealous of him. And he has this plan to get rid of Mufasa so that he can be the ruler of the pride of the land. And so he succeeds in that. He betrays his own family, kills his brother, and banishes little baby Simba. And then years later, Simba runs into Nala, who was a friend of his when he was young, and she was part of their pride or whatever. And she kind of convinces him she kind of lets him know what's going on back home, and convinces him to come back home to reclaim his rightful spot on the throne. He's actually the heir of the throne. And of course, Simba confronts Scar, and there's an epic battle, and it's just a fucking fantastic movie. Really fantastic. It's gonna be so great. I think The Lion King is one of the best Disney movies ever made. Also on my list is The Sun is Also a Star. Now, I read this book recently. I believe this one is plain already. Yes, it came out May 17th. So I don't know if it's still playing in some theaters, but it came out May 17th. I probably won't go to theaters to see this one, but I'm still very excited to see it. I probably will see it this year, though. Anyway, the movie and the book is about this young girl whose family is being deported. Her father made some mistake, and because of the mistakes that he made, their citizenship was discovered, and they're being deported. And the daughter, I believe her name is Natasha, she's kind of spending her last day here in America, trying to find any type of last minute assistance and help that can help her and her family remain in the country. And while doing so, she runs into Daniel. Please tell me I got these names right. She runs into Daniel on the street, and they have this remarkable day together, and they fall crazy in love with one another. But she ends up being deported, and they end up separating. You know, they can't be with each other because she has to go back to Jamaica and he lives here in America. And it's a story of young love and desperation, and it really pulls at your heartstrings. And it's a story about how things in the universe are all intertwined and connected. And I would love to see how it plays out on the big screen. Very excited to see it. Not to mention the actors who play in this movie as Natasha and Daniel are really freaking beautiful. They're just really gorgeous. She's gorgeous and he's gorgeous. So it should be a really, really good one. Can't wait to see that one. The author of the book, The Sun is Also a Star, is, I think her name is Nicola Yoon. She's the author, and I'll put a picture up somewhere. The next movie that I'm very excited to see this year is Aladdin. Of course, this is another movie from my childhood that I watched as a kid, and one of my top favorite Disney movies. And so this will be the live action version to the Disney animated film. And Aladdin is about a poor boy who falls in love with the princess, and he discovers this magic lamp, and he sets inside the lamp is the genie who grants him 3 wishes. One of his wishes is to make him a prince so that he can win the affection of Princess Jasmine. And together, him and Jasmine and the genie, they all eventually try to stop the villain, who is Jafar, from like taking command of the kingdom, from overthrowing the Sultan and becoming this scary ruler. And I'm very excited to see this. It got a lot of criticism when the first trailer came out because of the way that the genie looked, but I heard that Will Smith did an excellent job in this movie, and I'm not too worried because Will Smith always does a great job in any film that he's in. So this one came out May 24th. I haven't seen it yet. Today is June 3rd. I'm actually going to see it this weekend. So I'm very excited for that one. Another movie that I was very excited to see this year was Dumbo. I actually went to see this one shortly after it came to theaters. And I gave this one 4 stars. It was a really, really cute movie, very nice visuals. However, I did have some issues with it that I'm going to discuss later on in my TV and movie wrap-up videos. This one came out March 29th, which was actually my son's birthday, so I took him to the movies to go see this for his birthday. It's by director Tim Burton and is based off of the Disney animated movie. This is the live action version of that movie. And in this movie, we have a struggling circus, and then Dumbo is born, and he has, the big floppy ears, and they put him in the circus as one of the attractions. And the circus is now suddenly popular and getting a lot of revenue and attention because of Dumbo. And of course, they run into this villainous circus entertainer who wants to use Dumbo in his own act. And so the people from the original circus, they band together to try and rescue Dumbo from the villainous circus entertainer. It was a really cute movie. Also, I'm very, very excited to see Chapter 2 to Stephen King's It. This one is to be released September 6th of this year. I loved chapter 1. I think it surpasses its predecessor, the TV miniseries that came out years ago. The movie was fantastic. I saw the trailer and also reacted to it on my YouTube channel. So if you guys want to go check that out, you can. But of course, this is the Losers Club all grown up and back in Derry to defeat Pennywise. Pennywise is back, and he's waited all these years to come back and get his revenge on the Losers Club, on the children who defeated him in the first one. And so this will be the conclusion of the story, and I can't wait to see what they do with this. I read half the book and I put it down, and I haven't picked it up since, so I really want to pick it back up and finish the second half of the book before this movie comes out. I don't know if I will, but I'm still very excited to see it. I'm also very, very excited to see Toy Story 4. I never thought that they would make another one after Toy Story 3, but here we are. The gang is all back. Ham, Mr. Potato Head, Woody, Buzz, and some new characters as well. So this time we're going to be following all the toys with their new owner, Bonnie. And we're going to follow them on some crazy adventure, I'm sure. It seems as if they're on a road trip and something unexpected happens that causes a detour, and then the story just goes from there. They're going to run into Bo Peep. I'm interested to see how they wiggle that into the story, because I always was wondering what happened to Bo Peep. I mean, where she ended up at. This one is due to be released June 20th. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it. I'm going to be in it like a big old kid. Love Toy Story. Love it. I'm also very excited to see the remake to Pet Sematary. Pet Sematary is a story that was written by Stephen King, and the original movie terrified me. One of my favorite scary movies. This one came out April 5th. Now, I actually missed this one when it was in theaters, but I'm pretty sure I'll still be able to see it before the end of the year. So what we have is this family. They move to this new house, and they live on this road that is very busy, especially with trucks, tractor trailers going up and down the road all the time, people speeding up and down the road all the time, and their young son gets hit by a tractor trailer and dies. The father buries the son in the pet cemetery, and things that are buried in the pet cemetery do not come back as they were before. So his son comes back, but he's not the same, and the story goes from there. I can't wait to see it. Really, really can't wait to see it. I heard that this one is a little bit more accurate to the novel. I'm not sure how true that is. I don't know how well it's going to stand up against the original, but I'm going to give it a chance. I'm a fan of Stephen King, and I'm a fan of this movie. Another movie I'm excited to see is The Dark Phoenix. This one is starring Sophie Turner. She played Sansa on the very popular Game of Thrones series. And in this movie, the X-Men are on some type of mission in space, and something goes horribly wrong that ends up transforming Jean Grey, and she becomes one of the most powerful mutants of all. And she's kind of like battling with this new power. I'm expecting it to have a lot of action, and this one is due to be released on June 7th. I'm also very excited to see Angry Birds 2. I loved the first movie. I went to the movies to see the first one, and I remember actually laughing out loud, like cracking up laughing out loud to that movie. It was so freaking funny. It's definitely a movie that both adults and children will enjoy, and I can't wait to see what type of antics they get into this time. I love Red. He's like one of my favorites. And then I also like Bomb and Chuck, the little fast yellow bird. Oh, they're so freaking hilarious. They're so funny. And so in this movie, I think we'll see the birds and the pigs kind of like coexisting. And I think one of the pigs is going to suggest that they kind of put their differences to the side to defeat a new common enemy. And so it's going to be another crazy adventure. This one is due to be released August 16th. Also, cannot wait to see the new Maleficent movie, Mistress of Evil. This one is due to be released October 18th. In this movie, there's going to be a new threat that's kind of causing a wedge between Princess Aurora and Maleficent. And there'll be some type of battle to save their magical lands and things of that nature. And I'm sure it's going to be great. I can't wait to see Angelina Jolie in another movie, and I can't wait to see her reprise her role as Maleficent. I thought she was a great Maleficent, and this should be a really great movie. And it's coming out in October, which it couldn't be more fitting because it'll be the Halloween season when it comes out. It should be really good. Frozen 2 is also due to be released this year on November 22nd. And I'm not quite sure what the plot of the second film will be. We don't have that much information about it as of yet. But based off of how well the first one did and how much I really enjoyed the first one, I'm sure this one will be no different. I'm also excited to see Brightburn. This one came out already. I don't know. It's still playing. I don't know if I'm going to catch it in theaters still. I hope to. But there are so many great movies coming out, and it costs a lot of money to go to the movies. So, this one came out May 24th. There's a child that crash lands here from another planet. And this family take him in, similar to Superman's story. But instead of him being some type of superhero or savior, he's actually the opposite, and he's wreaking havoc and causing mischief and becoming the villain. So, yeah, I'm very interested to see this sort of reverse type of role from the hero to the villain, and actually having the villain be the spotlight of the story. I'm interested to see that. I heard it was pretty good, so I'm hoping I can catch it in theaters before it exits. I'm also excited to see Joker starring Joaquin Phoenix. This one comes to theaters October 4th, and it is a much different visionary depiction of the Joker. This one seems much more dramatic as we get to witness the Joker's descent into madness. Joaquin Phoenix plays the Joker. He's like a failed comedian, and he just has a shitty life. He ends up running into some jerks. He's just not having a good life, a good time in society. He's being disregarded by society, and I think finally he just cracks and has enough, and we get to see it all spiral out of control as he becomes the Joker. So I'm interested to see the visionary route that they take with this one. I enjoyed the trailer, and I'm excited for this one. Of course, I love scary movies, and so I'm also excited to see Annabelle Comes Home. The first Annabelle movie was okay for me, but Annabelle Creation was terrifying. That movie was so freaking scary, and so I'm hoping that Annabelle Comes Home is also terrifying. This one is due to be released June 26th. I wish it was coming out in October, but we can't have all the scary movies come out in October. And so in this movie, we follow the Annabelle doll as she wreaks havoc on another family. I reacted to this trailer and on my YouTube channel, so if you want to check that out, you can scroll through my videos and find that reaction video. But parts of the trailer actually did scare me, and so I'm excited to see this one. I love scary movies. Okay guys, so that is my list of my most anticipated movies for the 2019 year that I would like to see. These are all the movies that I'm excited for the most. Let me know down in the comment section which movies you are very excited to see, which you've already seen. What did you think of them? I have a lot more type of list videos like these coming soon. So look out for those. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.